All right, welcome anyone and everyone to Bane of the Ancients D&D. I am Gats. I'm the GM for this. I believe we're Season 7, Session 11 tonight. The sequel to Session 10. And who am I playing with tonight?
Well said, Gats. Hello, everyone. I go by Aludriea Luna. I will be playing Rune, the Dwarf Barbarian, this session.
Doop.
I'm Shuck. I'll be playing Belanos, your Astral Elf Cleric.
I am... Oh, Lord, that's super loud. Sorry. I tried to pull the stream up to check quality audio.
Oh, yeah, we should have done that.
So audio's working, then.
I am J. Crew. I'm going to be playing Gek, the half-drow bard.
And hey, everybody. I'm Two Hands, playing Shaska Atosa, the Yanti Kenzai fighter. Thanks for joining.
And of course, we can't forget Belanos' buddy he protects, named Squib. And then Gek's little pets, this weird unicorn bunny, and a little rock gecko. So, yay. Alrighty. Ooh. I do have a quick question. Can you guys remind me when last session started? Like, at what point we started last session?
I think we were on the road.
We started on the road. That's right. You guys were on the road, out in the woods, and
It was
on the route, not on the route. But
on route.
On route.
That's right. I remember now.
Because we head southwest, and that's where we started.
So, last session of Bane of the Ancients D&D, the party had successfully slaughtered a huge pack of boar, including one white boar and one boar with a white belly. As they were told by Soba, there is a kind of bounty for these magically altered boar. They'd been following the boar trails for a while, and their goal was to reach the small town of Nova. So Shaska determined, hey, maybe we should head kind of southwest, make sure we get to the road known as Prosperity, then go north from there just to make sure we don't overshoot and miss the town of Nova. The plan did work, though on the way, while they were cutting through the forest, maybe about an hour away from the road, the party encountered I guess you could call a group of bandits. There's a group of about 9 humans, kind of well outfitted for folks wandering around in the forest, wearing like half plate, nice swords, things like that.
Very well outfitted.
So sweepy.
Yeah, some of them were pretty sweepy, like just leaning on their swords, hitting bushes, But the humans basically said, hey, we've got you surrounded. Drop your arms and walk away with what you can carry. We'll take the rest and we'll call it a day. And party said, nah. And everybody opened fired like a drug deal gone bad. And chaos ensued. The enemy's wizard cast a very strangely tide-shifting spell, effectively covering the center of the battlefield in obscuring difficult terrain blizzard. So there was just the sound of clanging metal and flesh getting ripped and people screaming for like most of the fight. Ultimately, the party came out on top, killing all but I think 2. I think that there was like 2 archers that ran away. Yep.
We chased them away.
Shaska trying so hard to get that last one, chased him down, took like 5 shots, and the guys that's happened twice now, right?
Yeah.
The dramatic. You should just fire straight up and just you just point break it every time.
Point break.
Gek ended up getting isolated from the party in all of the chaos and obscurity of that big magic spell, and found himself facing off with not only their mage, was actually a priest, but 2 of their fighters. Gek ended up getting wrecked, knocked down to the ground, kicked off a cliff, and sword put through his body.
Oh wait, that's not my sheath.
Yeah, no. Belanos ended up casting healing magic on Gek twice to get him back. And Gek was definitely having some kind of crisis internally after such an event happened. But you guys saved Gek and patched him up. Got the old man Thorgar back laid down in some comfy clothes after he got up and started swinging axes and clubs around. Rune and Shaska and Belenos did their work, put in some good damage. The kitty cat, known as Locket, actually had a pretty cool one-on-one duel with one of the bandits for a while. Ultimately, they both got confused on directions and went different ways. So, as far as
That's our cat.
yeah,
That's our cat.
they both lost track of each other in the obscure blizzard there. But ultimately, you were victorious. You looted what kind of gear you could from these human bandits, if that's what they were. And you all hung their bodies on the high points on this pass through the middle of the forest as a display to whoever walks randomly in these woods. You better not mess with whoever hung these bodies up, let me tell you.
Let me tell you. What?
So the crows, yet again, are fed and well. Party continued and did end up reaching the kind of dirt road going through these redwood forests and high hills known as Prosperity. Following it north, the travel was pretty smooth after the bandit fight, except for they heard the sound of a yowling mountain lion off to the side. Party decided, hey, we should check out that, and hatched the plan of, you saw it was caught in a bear trap, and very mad. And you guys hatched the plan of, okay, Rune is going to grapple and pin down the cat, while the Gek and Shashka are going to try and open this bear trap while Belenos is buffing Rune, so hopefully they don't get too much damage. The plan eventually worked, kind of, with the help of a haft of a hand axe, finally got into that bear trap and pried it open. Rune did get scratched and bit up a bit by the kitty cat, but ultimately was able to subdue it. And upon freeing this cat, they bound off of Rune, knocking them to the ground, which is interesting because Rune's so strong. And you guys continued on your way towards town. Belenos having an uneasy feeling that something keeps following you, but never getting a clear, vision of what the thing actually is. And now you are here. I don't remember what time I said it was. I think I said it was dinner time-ish, if I remember right. Does that sound like a bell?
That sounds right.
Yeah, we rolled in at late evening.
Cool. So
Perfect time.
around dinner time, you guys pull into this little town/hamlet in this rocky outcrop known as Nova. It literally is on the path of prosperity, so you couldn't miss it. It is kind of this open area where a lot of the trees have been cut down, and you can see looks like a tavern and a shop and some other doors and gates and holes and things carved into the big rocky outcrops in this region. There's, a couple dwarves and halflings milling about, chickens running around. You can hear the squealing of pigs back behind the metal pens in the back. Yeah, in the middle of this, I guess you'd call it the courtyard. This little open dirt lot.
Hey, they worked real hard on that courtyard.
In the middle of this little open dirt lot, there's the communal anvil, and somebody left a cart of either iron or coal or something. I haven't checked my notes on that. And yes, here you are in the town of Nova. Immediately entering the town, you definitely noticed the golden cup that Soba had mentioned. It's kind of the edge and tall, sticking out. There's at least 2-story structure. Front door is just wide open.
Balcony view.
Gold lettering, a nice golden cup painted on kind of a cup protruding above the door, and a nice balcony up above as well. Where you can hear.
Prepared for the golden cup.
Ooh, J-Crew's got a golden cup. That's actually pretty sweet.
That is pretty cool.
Nice. So, Thorgar and Stetcha are basically asleep on the cart. You guys have gotten here. Sweet Locket is trying to sleep off her wounds that she's licked a lot. She did get banged up in the fight as well. What is your party's approach? What do first?
Before, point of order with Gek asked me to remind you.
I'm gonna get to that for sure.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
basically first time you guys all get to sit down and talk, it should come up then.
All right, Breezy.
Does it look like there's any places to park carts?
Yeah, this
Horse stables, parking garage.
Even just like cleared out.
So
area.
your mammoth-sized beast, there doesn't seem to be a mammoth-sized beast stable anywhere, but there is a very large redwood tree, and just right in the middle of this kind of dirt lot that you can tell like all sorts of animals have been rubbing on it. It's taken the bark off of anything like waist to rib height.
Perfect.
There's enough room basically where I put your cart where you could just strap your thing to this big ass tree and have your cart parked and hope nobody needs to get through that exact spot.
I mean, that sounds good to me. We could set it up with just some foliage to keep it busy, tie it up there, park. I like that idea.
Is there any chains or posts, anything of that nature that might look like a very strong anchorage for something?
The big
Nearby.
ass tree was probably the best
Yeah.
bet. Is this
We also have
this,
chains too.
this tree
That's
right,
what I was
right
asking
here?
for. Like, can I bike rack to the axle our cart and then detach the cart from the horse, or from the beast?
Yes.
I was just thinking some things.
You can. What you'd probably want to do is strap your beast to this big tree somehow,
Mhm.
right? And then just kind of bring your cart. There's not a bunch of strappy areas. Why not? Doesn't matter. There's an area where you can park your cart. It's next to some smaller trees.
Done.
Cool.
Literally done.
Just
You
imagine the
could just
dirt lot.
throw a chain around a smaller chain or tree, and
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine the dirt lot goes that way a bit more past the redwood tree on the edge there.
Bike chain. That's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
bike chain. I'm down with that.
Nice.
I'd rather risk only losing one if something catastrophic happened and we weren't paying attention. Than
Rune,
lose
roll me a performance for your driving and parking. Even though you are proficient with land vehicles, I want to see
Oh,
Are
Can I
these-
assist?
if.
Be
Ooh,
like, you're good. You're good. You're good.
sure.
you're talking them up.
Yeah.
Incredible.
You got some
Rubbing his
spotters.
shoulders.
Spotters
Big
do
game.
help. So that's roll performance with advantage. So that was
Oh,
one
that's
of them.
persuasion.
Roll performance one
Sorry.
more time.
Yeah. I mean, they're the same modifier.
Yeah.
So if I had help,
Total of
then
Total 13.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, Bellanos, give me a pat on the back. No. 13 and or 17, your call.
I'm literally going to ask Belanos, would you feel the need or desire to cast guidance on Rune to park this cart? That's an honest question.
I'm being completely honest. I would have assumed Rune had it in the bag, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
13
Rune's
is
not a very nice person that parks. It's like quarter of the way into the other lane.
okay. So 13 is not bad for parking. Such a big. You basically pulled up with like an RV pulling a trailer.
Yeah.
It wasn't the single point, parallel park, but it was like you did the little shimmy up,
Yeah.
the
scoot and wiggle.
It was clean
Still.
still.
Wiggle.
By the time you guys are done, there's definitely a few dwarves and halflings standing like with their hands on their hips, just watching. Like, the fuck are they doing?
It's your first time ever parking
Like-
taking the boat down and up the boat ramp.
Most of them are up on this
Oof.
balcony, just looking down.
Man,
Give him a
Rune, don't
wave.
mess this up.
I would like to make it known. After that, I'd like to walk up to Rune and go, like a glove.
The wet cat.
Kind of looks at like the way too much space from the spot that I was trying to park, and kind of like the interceding into the common space. Like
Yeah.
close enough.
Parks. It's like, you guys been to Walmart in like the middle of the night when you can see the RVs parking like diagonally in 19 spots somehow?